Hi, Jason. I got your plan open. I put it in the roof plan layer set, and I also, in that set, turned on roof's baselines. You can't see where the baselines are resting. Like this one's right here, right, looks like right where it should be. Then you can't really, with certainty, edit roofs because you don't know what you're dealing with unless that's on. And one way, this set doesn't include dimensions. I turned off all the terrain information. And anything that doesn't contribute to what I'm doing, I want those layers off. So I don't need gutters. So I'm going to turn off roof's gutters. Anything that might alloy my attention, I want it out of there. I see a double dash line here. That means that there's another layer on, but I don't need. Also, I don't need the snap grid. Turn that off. Let's take a look. Okay, the labels being on, that's all right. Trying to figure out what that other dashed line is. Overhang area, we probably don't need that on. Yeah, okay. That's the chief specific layer. It's not really helpful to doing what we're. So anyway, I looked at your images on my second monitor, and the only divergence is this little deal here. Otherwise, it's perfect. And you said, what am I doing wrong? Well, you're not doing anything wrong. And Chief Architect isn't doing anything wrong. It's pre-programmed to do exactly what it did. See, where your wall placements are determined to where these roof planes go, also controlled by the ceiling heights that you've got set here, which is not set to default. So Lord knows if that's correct. And I have no way of knowing. See what this space is set up for. See, 9 feet. So these roofs over here are going to generate at a 10-foot plate, because that's what you've got the space set to. Well, roughly a 10-foot plate. And this area here, the height of the roofs is controlled by these finished ceiling settings. The only thing I notice other than this unwanted artifact is that you look at your image and this gable here is symmetric, and in your plan it's not symmetric. So anyway, I have a lot of experience doing this, and it just sticks out like a sore thumb. I'm just going to manually edit it. When I auto-generate roofs and it doesn't, I expect it not to get done what I want to do. So I'm just going to drag that over there manually. And then I'm going to take this edge, click on the Join Roofs tool, and join it to that. And do the same thing over here. Okay, I'm not surprised to get this. That just means that the software couldn't carry out the command I gave it. So I'm just going to drag it over there manually and let it snap in place. And obviously there's some mismatch because Chief, rightfully so, wanted to fill this in and you don't. Okay, so let's just take a look at it in an overview. Okay, you're going to need something here to support this gable that's sticking up there. Otherwise, it doesn't look too bad. We got this space to fill in. That's pretty straightforward. I'm going to hit Shift F6 on the keyboard, Shift and F6 key. And I'm going to zoom in on this screen to this part here and then switch to the plan view screen and zoom in there. It looks like to me that this just needs to be broken, this line here, in the center and then let it fill up the, whenever you get this dialog, just ignore it, click don't show this again, and cancel, because it's never successfully helped me to get anything done. Okay, that looks good at a glance. Okay, I'm gonna, whoops, zoom back and check it. You always go from a plan view to a more isometric camera to as a quality control check. And sometimes a standard render camera is not really the one you want to use for roof editing. I'm going to go over here and turn on the vector view camera and then turn the color off. There we go. Now, see, there's still something funny going on there. I think all it needs to happen is this just needs to go, whoops, back like that. Now, I bet this forms a ridge across here. I'm just guessing. I'm going to go back to this screen and rotate the view a little bit. And then I'm going to try the join roofs tool and see what it does. Okay, that fixed that, but then it opens this. But I think all we'll have to do is just join roofs between these two pieces here. Oh, okay, I was right in the first place. This is going to be a ridge. You can see that there's a bit of a problem there, so I'm going to just click on that. Use the break line tool. I thought maybe there's going to be a ridge there. Now I'm certain of it. So there's half the ridge. And here's the other half. We'll just get that close and then finish it up with the join roofs tool. Well, it's still messing with me. We can zoom back and see if there's any, oh, okay. You look at your, yeah, okay, this roof plane right here is out of place. In your image, this baseline follows this wall right here. Of course, there is no wall right here, but that's the reason this won't join, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to take a CAD line and draw it from this roof baseline here. This side of a point as a target. I'm going to take this roof plane and move the its baseline. I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure that this is it. Left click on the baseline, left click on the CAD line. That's where I think it goes. Now I'm going to join the edges of this moved roof plane. Look at that. Now that's symmetrical. We'll join these adjacent roofs. Got a little more manual editing on that, but we'll come back to that. Now, all this stuff should snap together now that the baselines are straightened out. Take that edge, join it to the adjacent edge, and see where it goes. Well, okay. Another error message. Well, that's okay. Again, I'm just going to drag it back and let it snap into place. Well, wait a minute. Oh, I see what's going on. I didn't see it at first, but this roof plane is superfluous. In your drawing, this roof plane here wraps all the way around. So this one's, I'm going to delete it. And we'll take this. That was a bug. By that, I mean, that was the problem. But I couldn't see it right off, but now I can. I'm going to break it right there at the ridge of that roof plane and drag it down to right about there. Now we're going to join those two edges. They ought to join perfectly now. They did. And then this edge here to this edge. Perfect. And then we just have to straighten out the eave down here. And you can see that this roof plane side here, it goes underneath this gable, and it goes underneath it right at the baseline. So I'm going to click here, use the break line tool, and break it even with that roof baseline there. And then I'm going to break it again over here. Doesn't matter exactly where. So I can do this. And of course, I want the left and right eaves even, so I'm using my cursor to eyeball this side over here and get it close. And when you're manually editing roofs, you always throw things out of kilter, and that's what the join roofs tool is for. Now let's zoom back and take a look. Where's the, oh, I need to click on this screen, don't I? Yeah. I think we're done. Now you'll need to put a support here, but that's all cleaned up, and now it matches your drawing that you sent me that's on my right-hand monitor. That's it. We're done. And so there's no wrongness involved in here. There were some wrongnesses, like this one, being a single roof plane. And if you look at your image, you know, it indicates that that's the case. So otherwise, all of these roof planes are symmetric except for this one. And they can be out of symmetry because of location of the baseline, or in some cases, the ceiling height can be wrong underneath the roof planes, causing them to be created at too high or too low. So anyway, that's the end of this. I've done it. I'm gonna send you this plan back, and I'll send you I'll send you a link to the video, and then so wrong is not always straightforward, like, well, you did something naughty. No, it's just understanding how the software is pre-programmed to work and working with it to get a result. And that just takes trial and error, practice, and some study and perseverance. Okay, thanks, Jason. Have a good day. I'm gone.